Hi everyone, Marianne Cowan here from Pinery Paper Crafts. It is Friday, January the 10th, and this is a take two of a video I did last week and then realized there was no sound, which has never happened before, so I don't know what I did wrong, but we're going to make this card, again with sound, so that if you're planning to make it yourself, you'll have a little bit of a better idea about some of the things I talked about. So let me just make sure this time that I am live and I have sound. So I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Ottawa, Canada. Planning to make it yourself, you'll have it. Okay, we're good to go. Here in Ottawa, Canada, it has been chilly this week. I don't know what the temperature is right now, but it's been really windy, and with the wind chills I'm sure it's down in the -20s, but that's okay because that means it's a perfect day to be in my craft room. So Sale-A-Bration. Sale-A-Bration is Stampin' Up's big yearly sale. They have other sales, but this is my favorite sale because when you spend a certain amount, a qualifying order, you can choose something from this amazing brochure, which I haven't been able to show you until today, well, till Tuesday. So in Canada, with a $75 purchase, you can choose one of these well, there's all kinds of things. I'll just show you. So here's a stamp set documenting the day, which is awesome, and a really cute card kit, Rainbow Celebration. Then there's this really fun fruit salad paper. And if you're not really into the fruit salad part of it, the backs of the papers are really, really fun. So these are all free. You get to choose one with a $75 order. I like when you have a qualifying order and you get to choose what you want. Friendly Seagulls is so hilarious. I love you more than French fries. We have a lot of seagulls, not right where I live, but definitely in Ottawa. And then Day to Celebrate. This is a great set. All day your way. Congrats. Happy birthday. Hooray. It's a good day to celebrate. Perfect for anything. And some nice little images to add to your cards or your envelopes. So another free one. Oh, and this Starstruck embossing folder I've used quite a bit. It's awesome. Toadstool Gardens. Another fun one. That's paper. And then this one I was playing with yesterday, and I think it's a bit of a sleeper one. If I can, I'm just looking for where I put the cards I made with it. Oh, here they are. So I'm just going to show you. I'll do a video on this, but here's one of the cards. So the idea is you can make this little tree all the different seasons. So here I did one for Valentine's Day. So it's got little rosette flowers and little hearts. So you stamp the tree part, and then there's little stamps that go in here. And then I thought I was trying it with different seasons. So here I tried it with Easter eggs. Really cute. And here I tried it with shamrocks. So these are all the little stamps that go inside. And there's another one that has leaves, and then the hearts and the little rosettes. And then it's got clouds and a little fence. It's just really fun. So I'll do a YouTube video showing you some different ones. I'm going to try it with fall colors and then use the leaves in different colors. I think that would be really nice. All right, so that's that one. Really fun. Oh, and also this fresh freesia ribbon. I loved this crinkled seam binding ribbon. We used to have it in white, and we could color it any color we want. This one is fresh freesia. It goes really nicely with this paper. Then Dance With Me is a really cute one. There are these purple adhesive backed sequins, which are really fun. And then this Bloom Impressions paper, really bright and bold colors. And then for a level 2 product, which means in Canada, $150 purchase, there is this heart-shaped bundle, which I'm going to be using today, and I've used quite a bit. And then there is this Corner in Bloom stamp set, which has quite a few images, which is why it's a level 2. Also, if you love Stampin' Up! And you have a very long wish list, you can purchase a starter kit, and there's 2 options this year. Option 1, you get your choice of this stamp set and two full packs of Stampin' Write markers, and you can choose brights, neutrals, regals, or subtles. So that's option 1, and in Canada it's $135, and you also already get to choose $165 worth of product. In Ontario, no tax, no shipping. So you're saving a lot of money. Or option 2 is you just receive an additional $41 in free product, although this is a $129 value. So for this one, you would get $206 in product, and it's only $135. So you can go to my website, mariannecowan.com/join, if you're interested in that. There's no pressure to do anything except craft, get a discount, and have fun. I also have get-togethers and special things with my team as well. All right, and there's also, so if you and some of your friends put together an order and it's $375, you get an extra $37.50 worth of products. So I'm sure you have some friends that are interested, like to stamp as much as you do, and you could have them share an order with you. So Sale-A-Bration, and also it's time for the mini catalog. I'm not going to go through the whole mini catalog, but so many beautiful things in here. All right, those are the updates. Now back to our card. This card was inspired by this card that has been sitting in my craft room for a long time. And I looked at it and I thought, I wonder what it'd be like with the heart cut out instead of this beautiful die that we had a few years ago. So that was the inspiration. And then I made this one. And inside it says, "My thoughts of you are all heart-shaped." So I thought that was pretty. And when I did the original one, I had 2 bows. I was deciding on this one, which is cut the ribbon in half, or the full one. So because we still have this one sitting on my desk, that's the one we're going to use today. So here's what it looks like. And hopefully everyone can hear. So if you're watching, let me know, and let me know if you can hear. I did check it out, so hopefully it's all good. All right. I'm going to show you how to cut the paper. That's the trickiest part of this card. It looks really complicated. It seriously is not. So you need to have half a piece of cardstock. I just use regular basic white instead of thick basic white. Sometimes I find when you have a fun fold, the thick basic white doesn't fold as nicely if you have a lot of folds. So we're just going to cut this in half. Make sure I'm in the camera this time. At 4 1/4, because you need a front piece and a back piece. So this is one piece, this is the second piece. So you're just taking your regular card base and cutting it in half. And then I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch and 1 inch. Flip it over, don't know what that is, and do the exact same thing. 1/2 inch and 1 inch. You're going to do that for both pieces. I've already done it, so I'm not going to demonstrate the second piece, but that's as simple as it is. So then what I've done is I've taken some of this beautiful Country Lace Designer Series paper, available in the annual catalog, and it's just really, really pretty. I like how subtle it is. So we've got Petal Pink, Smoky Slate, Basic Beige, and Misty Moonlight. So we're going to focus on Petal Pink today, but I have done some other things with the other colored papers as well. So I have a piece, now I'll forget all my measurements. It is on my blog already because I did this already, did the blog post, and then realized the video wasn't any good. So 3 1/2 by 4. And you can see that's just inside the fold lines, what are going to be the fold lines. So then I went ahead, I glued this paper on first, and then I took my dies. So here's the, oh, I forgot to show you the stamp set. Here's the stamp set and dies. Here's the sentiment I use. So I've used almost all these dies. So I used the heart-shaped wreath, die cut it, just went through and back, and that was fine. And then I just put glue around the outside, because then if you do that, then when you die cut, you end up with a patterned paper wreath and a white wreath. And we're going to use these in our card. So just a little tip. Okay, so that's the front piece, and we're going to decorate it in a minute. For the back piece, I have a piece of petal pink that's going to go down, and it is 3 3/8 by 4. Pretty sure. Yep, 3 3/8 by 4. And that this piece of the other pattern that's in petal pink, so one has dots and one has eyelet, we'll call it, is going to go here. And this one is 3 1/4 by 3 7/8, so just a 1/4 inch in. Let's see if I have my correct glue here. So I'm going to take this and glue it on. And I don't really care about the inside because we're going to glue our heart. There we go. And then this is going to get glued onto the back. So this is basically the inside of the card. And you might be saying, where do you write your greeting? Well, you would write your greeting on the back. And it's a really pretty card because it stands up nicely. It's the type of card that probably won't be tossed out. Okay, so now we have that, and we're going to take our little heart that we cut out of the front, and we're going to inlay it here. So I'm just going to do dabs of glue. Oh, you really don't want too much like that was. Just little dabs. It's white paper, so it's not very heavy. I do have my little sponge here that I might use next time. So just little dabs. I do want this one pretty flat. I'm going to do a little dab under here. Don't know if it got under there. When you're working with this wreath, sometimes I'm thinking tweezers might be a good idea, but I don't usually work with tweezers, so don't really want to start now on Facebook Live. So once it's there, so your fingers don't get all gluey, I just go like this. Or you can take your mat and make sure it's on the clean side and then just rub it. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so that's the back. The back's all done. And I'll show you how to fold it in a second. Now for the front, I'm going to model it off of this one. So you can layer up as many things as you want. So what I have for layering is I have that other piece that I cut from here. So that's the designer series paper. I have vellum, and this vellum is from Graceful Greenery, and it is still available. It was in the winter catalog. I'll just show you how pretty that is. Really, really pretty. I will say to die cut this out, you have to be careful. I used my tool to kind of pry it out, but when I did it and it was in with the front, it came out quite easy. You just don't want to tear it, that's all. And if you do tear it, it doesn't matter, you can just weave it in and out. So I tend to get carried away and put too many on. So for this one, I'm just going to do a plain petal pink, I think will be the first one. And then, now for this one I'm not inlaying it because I don't want to. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give myself a little blob of glue. And then I have a sponge that I've cut in, I don't know, probably 6. So I'm going to take it and just dab it. All right, that looks good. So I'm just going to offset it a little bit. Actually, I might use the corner down here. I'm going to offset it a little bit. So it's not quite in the holes or in the don't know if that got quite enough glue on it. All right, there we go. Okay. Now that we have that one in, the other ones will be easier, I'm thinking. I'm hoping. Just want to get it so it's going to stick. You could put it right in and put a little piece of tape or something around it. But because I have it offset a little bit, it's kind of missing, whoopsie, the edge. Just needs a bit of glue here. There we go. Oh, darn. Oopsie. I should do a game of how many times I say oopsie. Now we're going to add the designer series paper one, and this time I'm going to just go simple and put it I'm going to put it on the, not on the leaves, but on the rim of, let's call it the stem. Oh, there, now it's going well. You do have to get it at some key spots so it's going to stick down. Alrighty. This one we'll put more straight. This one's a little wilder than the last one, I'm just going to say. And then we're going to do the same thing for the vellum. Once we get all the stuff on, it's going to look pretty. You could also cut it. If on some of my other videos that I've shown how to use this, I've cut it and woven it in and out and then added it, which seems complicated at the time, but in hindsight it might be easier. All right, this is looking good. You don't want to just lay them one on top of the other because then you can't really see them. Okay, that's pretty. Got a bit of glue on the bottom here. Now I have some little flowers. These are also in the set. I'm going to put one of each on each corner. Well, not each corner. This corner and this corner. So 2 are getting glued down. I'm stopping using glue because my fingers are a mess. Let's use glue dots. 1 glue dot. That one's going to get popped up. So we'll do another glue dot. And we're going to put an embellishment in the middle so it doesn't matter that you can see the dimensional through here. Did I say glue dot? I meant dimensional. Okay, now we're going to add these little sprigs. So again, I've done sprigs in vellum as well as petal pink and the designer series paper. So I'm just going to tuck that one, and it doesn't matter if they go off as far as here because when we fold the card out, it'll just really look pretty. All right, when you want a little tiny bit, it doesn't come out. There we go. I just want a little tiny bit. Okay, so that's as much as we're doing up there. Oh no, I did have one, but that's okay. And then down in the other corner, we're going to do the same thing. So we have white, pink, and vellum. Let's pop the vellum one up just like we did for the top. And we're going to add the antique pearls that are beautiful. Also now available. And then we'll just, let's just dip it. You could put this right underneath where you have your dimensional, which might have been smarter, but I usually think of these things after I've put it on. I don't know if you're like that as well, but it's after the fact. It's like, oh, I should have done this. Okay, good enough. Now we're going to add the bow, but we'll add it at the end. All right, now we're ready to put it together, which is really quite simple. And I'm going to grab the pearls so I don't forget to put them on. I think we're done with glue because we're going to use Stampin' Seal for this part. So for the top, you're going to fold it down. So mountain and then a valley. Just be careful of your little sprigs that you don't ruin them. And then we're going to do the opposite for the back. So down and back. So mountain and valley, if you like using those terms. So for this one, we're going to go this way and this way. And if you make a mistake, it's no worries, because you'll know as soon as you go to put it together that it's wrong. Just refold it. It's just paper. But check before you do like your firm fold. Just check and make sure that you have it right. Because you know you need to have something to glue together. So that's a good indicator. And I'm just going to use Stampin' Seal. And it's the perfect width. That was a little close to the edge. So you can lie it flat. It'll match up perfectly. I'm just going to line them up together. And then press. You could use white glue, but I like using this because it holds it right away. There we go. So I'm just lining it up on the left corner because I want the corners to match. There we go. All right, now we're going to add some antique pearls. I was right, that's what they're called. A lot of these new products, it takes a while to remember the name of everything. So these come in 3 sizes. They're just really, really pretty. And they're perfect for these little flowers. So you don't need to worry about that dimensional, about seeing it, because you don't really see it once you have the pearl on. And you could use a bigger pearl too, but I think these are nice size. So let's do the bottom. And then we'll add our bow. So hopefully you try this card. The measurements are already on my blog, so I will go and upload this video onto my blog now that it has sound. And once I looked at it, it had a big thing in the middle that said no sound, but when the way I have my phone set up, I couldn't see that. Okay, that's done. And then this ribbon is just beautiful. It is called Petal Pink Scalloped Ribbon. And in this case, I cut it in half and also used basic white twine. And I'm not going to put a sentiment on this one. This one says Happy Valentine's Day. And then this one is, because I'm not sure what I want to use it for. So I am going to add this bow. I don't know if you think it's a little bit too big, but... Oh, and the other thing about this card, maybe I'll add it here. There we go. The other thing about this card, which is so cool, is it lies flat and it fits perfectly in a regular envelope. Because the card base that we used is the size of our regular cards. So you just push it down flat, pop it in your envelope, and then when the person gets it, hopefully they'll know enough to just pop it up a little bit. All right, so those are the two different, kind of the same ones that I've done using the heart-shaped bundle. I'm thinking this one's going to sell out pretty quick. It's just so pretty, and I've seen lots of really fun ideas for it online. I'll show you some of the other things I've used it for. Here was a wedding card I did, lots of love, so all white. So I have, I think, three layers. And for this one I used Wink of Stella on the white. You can't really see it in camera, but it's really pretty. And then I did this one. And this is one of the new scripty stamps that we have. I really like this card design. Just seeing if I can find. Here's another one that I did. Same idea, but I just did the hearts separately. And here's one not using petal pink, but using yellow. And this is the Floral Delight paper. And you can see I fussy cut out some of the flowers to add to the wreath. This wreath also, or this set also has a beautiful stamp that you can stamp as a background and then just add one wreath. And it's a really cool the way it stamps. It's almost distressed, so it stamps a little bit lighter in certain areas. It's really pretty. Okay, so fun things using the heart-shaped bundle. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you're going to order that. You can order from my store, mariannecowan.com/shop, and you'll see online the catalogs as well that have all the other beautiful products in them. So thank you for joining me. I do appreciate it if you like or share my video. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button so that you will know when I post a new video. And thank you to the person who let me know that there was no sound on my video. So this is a redo of a video I had posted, but I didn't keep it up for very long. Hello, Pat. Yeah, this is a beautiful set, and there's lots of fun things that you can do with it. So I hope you add it to your cart of your order. This one is at $150. But really, there are so many beautiful new things in the catalog. It's easy to come up with $150. Or it's also a great time to stock up on envelopes, cardstock, especially white cardstock that you know you're going to use. Also glue, or, you know, I love my Wink of Stella. So it's also a good time to stock up on those things as well. All right. Thank you for joining me today, and have a great weekend. Stay warm.